Hello and welcome to round 2 of the r/IndyCar iRacing League presented by Raceverse. Today we're going to race 200k, 165 laps at Richmond Raceway, a track built for stock cars but having its own history in open wheel racing that dates back to the post-war era into the 1940s. As recent as the 2000s, IndyCars raced here 9 times until the course dropped off the schedule after the 2009 race. The NTT IndyCar Series was due to return to the tricky three-quarter-mile circuit this year, but the COVID crisis forced its cancellation. Now, the iRacers of Reddit's most active IndyCar community take to the tricky short oval. It was a relatively clean 200-mile first race at the Michigan Superspeedway last week that saw only 2 cautions, and driver Caleb Fast Car Fan Bensi take the victory at the inaugural round. But with the tight racing here at the Richmond Raceway, we're going to see a whole different kind of race. And we've got a packed field tonight, and we're going to head right into qualifying. We'll have a look and see. I think we've already got times on the board. We've got a little bit different layout this week. We had a vote, or one of the administrators, they decided to add last names of the drivers along with their Reddit handles. We've got a few new drivers in the series as well. Our winner last week, has he qualified yet? Yes, he has, in 10th position at the moment. Let's see if we got anybody that's out. I think these are very quick laps, so here we go. We've got BR. I think he's stopped his car. Maybe he's gonna... He hasn't done a lap, so he's gonna reset. He didn't like what he saw, so here he goes. And I hope my microphone works out for everybody tonight. Oh, we've got BR losing it as he exits out off the pit lane. That is a very tricky exit. This car in first gear, we're going to see this. This is going to be a storyline tonight. That first gear, especially on a restart, is quite tricky. I would recommend, especially on old tires, these drivers to be starting from second gear as opposed to first gear. But you know, you get that little bit extra pickup on that first gear, and somebody's gonna try to get it, and it might not go so well. Here we go. We've got BR on the track. Let me put up the speed ticker here. So he's on his hot lap now. Rounds through turn 1 onto the back straightaway. These are 15, 16 second laps, so it's over, navigates, taking the second lane up there, and he puts in a 16.1 second lap. That will put him in 18th position. Only got about a minute left in qualifying. I think everybody has qualified that wants to qualify. Maybe we've got one more guy out there. Yes, we do. We have Red Oblivion, one of our new drivers, out on the track. I believe he's from the UK, according to his iRacing club. However, I see he has a NASCAR livery on his IndyCar. A little surprised by that, but to each his own. And he puts in a lap. It's going to put him 25th position. The best was a 16.3. There's going to be some interesting strategies out here. We've got Monty Gosham, one of our drivers from last week, had a strong showing. We might have had a connection. I think our qualifying just ended is what happened there. Ran out of time. So we will head to the starting grid momentarily. We got our pace truck once again tonight. I don't recall, did we have the pace truck last week, or did we have the Mustang? I bet it was the pace truck. It's usually the pace truck. So let's have a look at our starting grid. Starting P1, Skugan. P2, Julian Altina. P3, Wayand. P4, Avendessa. P5, I saw this guy's name. I will not Wejda something. In P6, I missed that. 7th is Demigod of Chops. Hey Racer in P8. Hoosier in the Big D, 9th. Fast Car Fans in 10th, our winner from last week. Maxanita in 11th. Cincy Gator in 12th. Turtle Waxer 99 in 13th. Jonathan Thorne in P14. Jonathan, you probably shouldn't be watching the stream while you're driving. P15 is Solar 424. Code 6 is 16th. I missed a couple more. It's going a little quick for me. K Racer is 19th. Thug Daddy is in P20, and P21 is Mick Mullen. Thought we had some other qualifiers here. Maybe they had incidents. We'll get it sorted out here, though. I think I missed a couple drivers on that starting lineup there, so you can see where they started, at least in the top 15 here. Who did I miss? Cosgrove, yeah, the Upland Bird Hunter in P6. I'm pretty sure I missed him. But yeah, that driver in P5, I'm going to have fun saying his name tonight when I saw he was in the field, as we see all the cars lining up in the grid. Skugan is going to take us to the green flag here. And we're going to try to avoid all of the cautions here. As the drivers pull away, following the pace truck, I would suspect that they will be running 2 pace laps tonight. The short ovals in iRacing are usually 2 laps, pace laps. Hey, we got Jim Herrick, the owner of LMC Gear, one of the big sponsors of TI Racing League out there. Jim's had a busy day, last couple days, in fact. One of his drivers from the TI Racing League is in the race in P4 in Avendessa. Skugan's in that classic STP livery there. And we've got Wayand, one of our new drivers I see down there in the Napa, Alexander Rossi livery car. Some new cars out here today. This is, I think we've got 25 or 26 cars out here, maybe even more. It's going to be an intense race in a 3/4 mile track. So the pace car is going to pull in this lap, and we're going to see the green flag. And we're going to hope that green flag stays out and we keep it clean. See Altina on the outside. We've got our green flag. So far, so good. Here's where we're going to get into... so far, so good here as we navigate through into turn 3. Avendessa looking low. And I think we made it through a full lap. We made it through a complete lap. We were a little bit worried about that. I know the administrators were a little bit worried about that. We've got a slow car on the inside. He might have started from the pits. This is just a gaggle of cars. It's hard to follow. We'll have our race leaderboard has been updated, and we'll get our laps on there. We're already on lap 3. This is as Skugan leads us here. Already, and Julian Altina in P2 follows him. Clean through the first 4 laps here. This is where the tires are going to start to go off, though. See what other action we've got back here. We've got, I see Fast Car Fans looking to make a move. And we have a caution, so that was a chaotic, for me anyway, that was a chaotic first 5 laps or so. So let's see what happened here. Oh, we've got a guy here. Let's see. McMullen. We do have 2 fast repairs tonight. And we'll see what happens. He was already in the pits. Okay, here we go. Oh, he just loses it, and we've got some lag, apparently. I'm pretty sure that happened last week, too. And our caution came out. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these caution flags tonight. Trying to pull up who else might have been involved in some shenanigans here at the start. I think I'm going to make an adjustment on the stream, possibly. Let's see here. We've got Jari, one of our new drivers, Brubacher, is pitting. We have, according to this, we have almost 30 cars starting here tonight. So that is just nuts here at the Richmond Raceway. I'm showing, okay, my ticker here was showing that Upland Bird Hunter was in P1, but that was a mistake. Skugan still leads, Altana's second. Nobody's pitting of the lead lap cars. Looks like we've got a full crowd out here tonight as well. We've got some fans out there for our Demigod of Chops. As well as Herman. Herman's out here. It appears that we have several cars that are lapped down, and they might have, according to my information, might have left the track already, got out of their cars, but not 100% sure. They're all here for Herman. So what's Herman's Reddit handle, though? Where is he at on here? Because okay, we got Hay Racer. There he is in P7. So a lot of fans out here for the Hay Racer. Looks like he's in the Logitech livery car, number 3. I don't believe he was with us last week. Was he with us last week? Yeah, we've got Fast Car Fan here in the Fanatec livery, number 5. Running in P6, our winner from last week. In fact, he did not lead the most laps in that race. He was just shy of leading the most laps in that race by about 2 or 3 laps from Eco Official, who is not running tonight. Let's look at those lights on the pace car to see if we're going to be going green here. You can see we've just got a very full field out here. The lights are off on the pace car, flashing lights that is. Obviously the headlights are still on. We're on a night race. And looks like Skugan's going to be bringing us back to the green flag here. Pace truck dives into the pits. This is where it might get tricky as well. On those cold tires, and we've got our green flag. Skugan takes us into Altana, looks low to block Wyand in the Napa livery there into turn 1 and 2 as they navigate already into turn 3 and 4. Oh, we got another yellow flag. Here we go. The Haviland car of Mouse. Is that Mouse for Life? Let me bring up the follow. No, it's Solar 424. So let me get a replay. I think I'll have a replay of this one. He might have just lost it. I don't have anything from him. Apparently he didn't damage anything, though. Or actually, he damaged his rear wing. I can see that at the... let me get a better camera angle on this. You can see he did hit his rear wing. And he will be looking to head on into the pits and get that repaired. They will have 2 fast repairs tonight, as Solar 424 just ran up against the wall. We might have had a connection issue there that showed us that, and that might have not actually happened. We've got a lot of Herman supporters. Let's see, so did he move up any? Nope, he's still in P7. I think our top 10 or so have probably stayed about the same. And we've got both a Coogan and a Skoogan in here. They might be related. Hoosier in the Big D and Skoogan. I have no idea. We'll have to get further information later. And that red Oblivion, he was... we watched him qualify, and he qualified near to the end of the grid. But he's moved up into P14, according to my information here. And that NASCAR livery car that we were mentioning before. Yeah, I would hope that Mike Bensey there in the chat would be rooting for Bensey. Fast car fan in the house. So we're on lap 15 of 165 laps. We were hoping that this race wouldn't have too many cautions, although we're showing the green flag there for a moment. I do see that we had a driver back in P30. He was our... I don't know if he actually started the... Yeah, he started the race because he is 10 laps down. We've run 15 laps, so he's the first car out of the field. We've got cars that are lapped down already from about P20. You know, the 10 cars beyond that are all a lap down. Oh, we've got Crizzle Colts here, so let's talk a little bit about him. So he's back in P23, so we actually want to hope that he moves up. We're not supposed to hope too much for a root for particular drivers in here as the broadcaster, but he is, he did this last week too, but for every spot that he finishes above last place, he will be donating $5 to the Riley Children's Hospital, and $100 if he wins the race, and $5 for every lap won, or a lap led. So a very good cause that he's supporting, and he did that last week as well. He donated over $100, I believe, because of that. As we head back to green, Skoogan taking us back to the lead. Looks like Wayand was looking at Altena there. As Evan Dessa looking on the outside of Weja. I'm just going to call him Weja. This particular name, Weja. Wejva. That is the most difficult name that I had to pronounce here so far. Last week I was actually pretty good at them, but that one is certainly difficult. As Weja looks... Are we under caution once again? Yes, we are. I could tell they were backing out there. Skoogan still leads. He's led every lap so far. As the pace car tries to catch up to Skoogan up here. So the cars, if they were under green flag running, could make it 75 laps, or just about, But with all of this caution, they can probably extend it 90 to 100 laps, at least at this point. And if we keep doing this, they might not even have to pit tonight. Yeah, Emma, I don't know about the racing for you, but we might get you in the booth here one of these days. I'm going to make one quick adjustment, so just as a warning, you're going to play some music here. I'm going to make an adjustment to the stream because I'm not getting information on all the drivers that are out in here on the field on my ticker, and I think that's because some settings I have, so I'll be right back. It'll be no more than a minute. Alright, we're back. So, I made an adjustment, like I was saying, to the stream to get all information about all cars. I was showing some cars as being dropped out of the race, but I did not believe that they were actually dropped out of the race, and I was correct, because we've got some settings. So basically the iRacing default only shows 20 cars, and since we've got 30 cars tonight, it was not showing me the bottom 10 cars. Like, so Cincy Gators back here in P24, and the USAF car that Connor Daly will be driving here at the Indianapolis 500 in a couple weeks. So we couldn't see that awesome livery from the Chuck Yeager, I believe, a Bell X1 sound barrier car, or aircraft, not car. So I'm gonna head through the field. Yeah, I was too quick. Apologies. So I will say that I was actually out here in the practice session last night, and these cars were incredibly difficult to drive. So I told Julian, he's driving the race for his car right here, I said, good luck! You know, you're gonna need it out there, and it looks like the lights are out on the pace car where we're going to be going back to green. As you can see, the top 10 cars or so have not pitted or anything like that, so no changes in position yet. As the pace car ducks in, Skugan takes them. We've got the green flag, and we'll watch as Wayand tries to get an advantage on Altena there in P2. We've got, looks like Avendessa is looking on that in P3 on the Napa car into turn 3. And we've made it a complete lap on lap 24. I mean, we did really well early on. And I see that Altena's looking here at Skugan. He might want to just take the lead here, but there's a lot of little conservation that needs to happen here. And I see Wayand is dropped back a bit, and so is Altena now, dropped back from Skugan. We've got Hey Racer under pressure from Fast Car Fan. Fast Car Fan's looking to move up as they navigate into onto the backstretch. Fast Car Fan's now under pressure from Weija and that DX technology car, one of the Penske liveries that I think Pagano runs. Then we got of Chops here, looking at them from behind. Whoa, we've got some, we've got a car. Let's see if we can figure out that was, oh, we've got a crash back there. Whoa boy, we've got a car on its lid. We've got the caution flag is out. Let's see if we can figure out who that was. We've got BR Brock Reich here. That car does not look healthy with that engine cover being removed. So let's see if we can try to get a replay now that I've got all these cars out here. See if we can figure out what happened. As we do not have information. Oh, he was already around by the time the connection. Let's see if we can figure out who that other car was, though. That was... He's still going around. Again, we've got 2 fast repairs. It looks like Hay Racer. Okay, oh boy, we've got Hay Racer was that car that was, he must have pushed up or something. I'll see if I can get a replay as he heads on into the pits. Can I get a replay of this? This was already, let's go back another. It's switched on me here, so unfortunately, it's changed over to Upland Bird Under. I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties tonight. But we'll look at Hay Racer live here. He's gonna get a fresh car here. So he doesn't have to worry about anything about that in that Logitech entry. He's gonna be back, you know, near to the back of the field, but it'll be okay. There's plenty of time to get back up to the front. Looks like Altena headed into the pits as well. Do we have a issue with Altena there? Maybe he was one of the cars that got up into the wall as well. Let's see if I can get any information about incidents. Yeah, so Altena has pit. Not seeing any information of whether he took damage or not, though. As Scoogin still leads up here now, Wayand is in P2. And because Altena pit, Avendessa will move up to P3, Fast Car Fan in P4. Then we got of Chops, one of our podium finishers last week in P5. Wejva in P6. Upland Bird Hunter in that Team Penske livery. Jonathan Thorin's running the Ben & Jerry's car here, if you can see that. K Racer and the Papyrus livery. Papyrus IndyCar livery. We've got Canciaro here in P10. Flash Jordan, I don't believe Flash Jordan was here last week. That is not a name I recall. In P11, Code 6 in P12, Thug Daddies in P13, Mouse for Life. See, Mouse for Life, so I thought I saw him driving a different car than he is, but he should be driving the Disney livery, and I can see that he is. Monty Gosham's in P15, Fear the Putty is in P16, Cincy Gator, USAF car, P17, Max Anita, P18, Hay Racer. So I'm looking here whether Hay Racer lost a lap or not. I do not believe that he lost a lap or anything. Jerry89's one of our new drivers this week, is in P20. LRG P39, I'm pretty sure he was here last week in P21. Grizzly Colts, our driver who's donating to the Riley Children's Hospital for every position gained. He's up about 8 positions in P22, and Julian's back here in P23. He's not going to be liking that, I can tell you that. Red Oblivion's in P24. Brock here, you can see BR10. He got a new car. We saw him. Oh, and we're heading back to green as we're going through the field. Scoogin takes us back as Brett Wayand. Evanessa looking on the outside of Brett Wayand, but very tricky. Might dive to the inside. No, we cannot. As we have Fast Car Fans moved into P4 behind, Avendessa looking right off to the right of the screen. Avendessa is looking inside of Wayand. And it looks like he's going to, Wayan's going to come back on the outside. Avendessa's looking low. And again, Wayan's going to have that high line and going to have a little bit better drive off the corner. Side-by-side racing here as Fast Car Fan tries to take advantage of these two fighting each other. He thinks about the third position, but thinks wiser of it, and Avendessa gets around Wayan as Fast Car Fan looks inside and takes over the P3 position. As Skugan already has gapped a second lead on the field here on the P2 position. We'll look back. I know Julian back here he was in 23rd. He's moved up to 21st, so it's gonna be interesting storyline to see how he moves up to the field. As Fast Car Fan is in P3. We had let's see, where is Hay Racer out here? One of our fan favorites. He's moved up into P18 after getting a repairs on his car. As we've got another caution out here. We made it a few laps there, not too bad. Let's see if we can figure out who that caution was. Who was involved with that one? Could just be a spin. Doesn't take much. This McMullen here has one of the craziest liveries. I was talking about that one last week. So we'll see. As I was mentioning earlier, so Altena is pitted now. All of these leaders have been on... I mean, we've had a lot of caution laps, but it's been about 40 laps. So we'll see if they decide to pit, and it does not look like it. Yeah, so Bensi really, Fast Car Fan really moved up. So did Avendessa, getting around Wayand here in that Napa Alexander Rossi livery. Looks like some cars were trying to, I don't know, avoid something. Something I couldn't see. Skugan has led all 42 laps so far tonight. A lot of these drivers have been following the Raceverse Twitter and retweeting some of our promotional tweets out there this week. So I really appreciate all the thanks, and to any of the fans that would follow us out there, that'd be great too. It's at Raceverse on Twitter. Instagram is actually Raceverse TV, and we're on Facebook also with just Raceverse. If you guys are enjoying and liking one of your drivers out there, make sure to hit the like button. We're going to get some green flag running for every like button that gets hit. It is an option for the league admin to pick what kind of pace car you're going to have, and there's a choice between the Mustang and the... I don't know what the pace truck actually is. It's probably a Chevy Silverado, that's my guess. We got the Ford Mustang, and then we've got a Chevy Silverado. I don't know my pickup truck, so... So if things keep going on like this, we might have that pace truck win the race. I do think that... Just trying to look here. Did anybody duck off to get a pit here? Yeah, those smokehouse almonds are really good, aren't they, Jim? You can't go wrong. They're healthy, too. That's the best part of it. And then they taste like barbecue, and you can have a barbecue smokehouse with a healthy almonds. Click the link down below. But make sure to stay on the stream. Make sure to open that up in a separate tab when you do that, as we got the pace truck heading on in. And luckily, we've got short cautions at this particular track. As I see Evan Dessa's a little bit lagging back. His fast car fan looks to take the advantage from Evan Dessa and takes over P2. Fast car fan is looking to move here as we head back to green. Now Scoogans there is going to be seeing this car, who started, I believe, P6, is on the move, and we've got our caution. So my theory about the like button, it didn't work. So it looks like Hoosier and the Big D was our driver that might have brought out the caution here, or yeah, let's see here. I'm just going to try to go through this and see if I can figure this out this way. Okay, so we had a real gaggle of cars, a car on the apron, and it looks like, yeah, he was just Hoosier and the Big D was just an innocent bystander from all of that. That was just crazy right there. So let's head back live. Okay, I thought for a moment my ticker here had said that Scoogan had lost the lead, but it looks like he's still in the lead as they wait for the pace truck to catch up. This is kind of a cool camera angle, as we have a car heading to the outside, getting his lap back, it looks like. So looking at cars that have pit, Hay Racer and P15 is on a 17 lap stint, whereas so Hay Racer and Julian Altena are on 17 laps, but these leaders are on 50 laps. I mean, a lot of these laps have been under caution, as you all well know, watching this. So I've got a little bit of trivia here. I planned for this caution fest. So the Indy cars went to Richmond Raceway for 9 years. The IRL did, and the Dallaras, Dallara IR-03, IR-05. I'm not sure what the one might be, IR-01 or IR-02. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit before that. So way back, and probably about 48 or 49, there was a race winner. This was a probably Roadsters post-war. Who was the winner of that particular race? It's a very difficult question. He's a famous driver of the old era. That's a hint. As we complete lap 50. This driver won a race at the Richmond Raceway in an Offenhauser engine car. We'll see if anybody can figure that who that is. I'll just leave that, and you guys can talk about it. I'm liking this camera angle. I haven't really tried this one before. As the pace car ducks in, pace truck ducks in, and Scoogan tries to take them back to the green flag. We'll see what happens. as Fast Car Fan looks to take advantage on Skoogin. As Fast Car Fan drops back a little bit. Just one lane driving here. Very tight track. We got Hey Racer back in P14. Julian Alton is looking if we have it was Monty Gosham. I know that livery. Oh, and we've got a car impacting that car. It looks like Monty Gosham's. I don't have any statistics about what happened. Like how many fast repairs this driver might have. But we'll see. He might get one here. I would assume with him driving back to the pits, he'll have a fast repair, and we'll see that car instantly repaired, as we did there. So he has no more than one fast repair. So the people that made this awesome setup that we've got here tonight are over at Major's Garage. So this is one of the setup builders here in iRacing. They built a fast setup here in the for the Richmond Raceway. And you can head on over to majorsgarage.com, and they have packs of setups if you're an iRacing driver. Baseline setups for a whole bunch of different series, including the IndyCar series, but they've got setups for the F3, they've got setups for GT cars, as well as the new USF 2000, or not the USF, Indy Pro Series car, Indy Pro 2000. Some of the older cars like Lotus 79 as well, and plenty of the oval cars like the NASCAR A, B, and C series. Super late model even, Silver Crowns. So they're one of the sponsors of the iRacing r/IndyCar iRacing League here. As Skoogin leads us, and we've got Fast Car Fans. So Skoogin's out here. We're on lap 57, 57 lap old tires. Everybody in the top 12, back to Mouse for life, are on 57 lap old tires. Hey Racer is on 26 lap old tires. And Altena here is on 27 laps of tires. Cincy Gator is 43 lap old tires. Red Oblivion's on 16 lap old tires. No, it was not Johnny Parsons. A little bit earlier than that. But it was a driver that if you heard the name, you would know, or at least I don't recall if he won the 500 ever. I'd have to check here. Yes, he did actually win the 500 in a Maserati. So he just was not driving the. He was not driving a Maserati when he was at Richmond Raceway. I can tell you that. Like I said, he was in an Offenhauser. At least the engine was an Offenhauser. And we've got our green flag heading back out. Skoogin leads them back to the green. And we've got a fast car fan looking very close. We've got Weija looking low on Avendessa. And looks like he thinks better of it and tucks back behind Avendessa. Now Brett Wayand looks like he's going to try to take advantage of Weija. As to say, this particular camera angle is working pretty well here. Well, it's 62 lap wheel tires now. At some point, we're going to get a long green flag run. Once we get everybody figures out this setup here and how it races. We've got some cars ducking into the pit lane here. Let's head back through the field. Looks like Hey Racers moved into P11. Oh, and we've got Hey Racer just lost it right in front of him. We're gonna have our caution flag come on out. Let's look at what happened to Hey Racer there. He looks like he just lost a little bit. It looks like he might be okay with some damage repair. Let's see what happened to him here. Herman, the Hay Racer. Looked like he just stepped out. Yes, the car just stepped out on him coming out of turn 2. Not too difficult for that to happen, difficult to save. And he'll go back and get a fresh car. Now the question is, has he used that fast repair? I'm assuming he did when he had that rear wing damage. So this might be his last fast repair. As Scoogin leads us here. Pace truck is not caught up to him yet, though. I'm guessing that race control has been very busy tonight with all the happenings going on here. We've only got 198 laps to go. There might be a 2-hour limit on this particular race. I don't know. We've been at it for 50 minutes so far. Maybe that's what Scoogan's counting on for the race to go up against some sort of time limit. That's another good guess, Jim, but no, it was not. It's about 10 years before Tony Bettenhausen, I think. Although I'm not 100% sure. This was really difficult. It's not the recent IndyCar. I should have started with some of the easier ones. So we've got Scoogan leads, Fast Car Fan, and P2. So Weijva here did move up a position or two. Brett Wayans in P5, Demigod of Chops in P6. Upland Bird Hunter in that Team Penske livery. Jonathan Thorne, who's a new driver this week, in P8. P9 is K Racer, Canciaro in P10. As we might be heading back to green here shortly. As the lights are out on the pace car, so we'll be heading back to green for a moment. The pace truck dives in. Skugan brings us back for... If I don't have any data on how many cautions this has been, but I'm gonna guess 6. Fast Car Fan looks to take advantage. He's going to try to take the lead from Skugan here. So he looks low. Skugan will be on the outside as a slow car looks the wiser there. That was a scary moment, I'm sure, for drivers. Looks like Evan Dessa looking low on Skugan. Skugan tries to come back. He goes high. This is his first threat he's been under during this race, and he's dropped all the way back to the 4th position. As we have a new leader in Fast Car Fan. Caleb Bensi taking the lead, our winner back at the inaugural race at the Michigan International Speedway, and we've made it 4 or 5 laps. I don't want to jinx it or anything like that. Looks like we've got Altanaz going around it's on Mouse for Life, Flash Jordan. See what Hay Racer's back here in P18, one of our fan favorites, and there's our caution flag once again. See if we can figure out who that was. Yeah, I was talking to the admins today, and I said somebody's race is going to be messed up by, through no fault of their own. But, obviously many people's might be here. But they do have 2 faster pairs. It might be compounding the problem, though. But now we've got Fast Car Fan, though, pacing this field. So let me tell you, Jim, this particular driver didn't race in 1949, unfortunately. It was in 48. Thank you for those statistics. Yeah, it's certainly not looking good for anybody when we've got 9 yellow flags here, but these guys at the front of the field have kept it clean. I think I was guessing that it was 49. I didn't actually have the year I said. I said it was like 48 or 49. Apologies for leading you astray. Yeah, I think the place to be in this race is at the front. However, if we got some green flag running and these cars at the front were to catch lap traffic, then it's going to get really chaotic. So that's when it'll get a little bit hairy for the leaders here. If that can happen, though. We've still got 26 cars running, apparently, so... we can give a shout out to a couple of our European drivers that are in the race. So Julian Altena and Jerry Brubaker. They are, you know, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. It might be 5 in the morning for them, but they're still out here pacing the field like the rest of these guys. That it's only, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock for them. Skugan did decide to pit during this round of pit stops here, and heck, he might even be good to go to the end of the race now. As we take the green, fast car fans stayed out. Looks like Amandessa is looking to get up on him, but is a little bit too far back. As we've got, whoa, we've got a blinky car there. Looks like Hay Racer's going on the outside here. He's risking it all, even though we're pretty sure he has no fast repairs left, as he's up to P11 already. As we've got LRGP and another caution coming out here. He was here last week, I do recall this, because of the livery. Just lost it on his own, it looked like to me. Yeah, so he was heading on the inside. Looks like he might have got a little close to the apron and then just loses it on his own. Nobody else was impacted by that. We had the leaders here thinking about pitting. We had Brett weigh in. Looks like he's heading into the pits. Napa car, Alexander Rossi car. It was okay, so we give up. It was Ted Horn. Is that a name that you know, Jim? Ted Horn had won a race at the Richmond Raceway back in 1948. He was unfortunately killed on October 10th in Illinois on that same year, so that's why he never made it to 1949. But he had won the, let's see here, 1947. Or no, he did not win, I apologize. He had started first. My information was wrong. And once again in a Maserati. So we'll do a little bit of easier trivia here, since we spent so long on that one. So who has the track record? Be it in IndyCar at this particular racetrack. So the question will be, who has the track record at Richmond Raceway? Yeah, he is. Herman is, but he's got to be careful because I don't think he has any fast repairs left. Let's just check this out here. So let me make sure that the pace car is not... Yeah, go in this time, but Upland Bird Hunter is also moved up. Jonathan Thorns in P5. K-Racer's moved up a few positions into P6. Mouse for Life also. I think we've got a few cars that have headed into the pit. Let's see if I can look at their stints. Yeah, so 87 laps, Fast Car Fan, and the top 9 cars have been out here 87 laps. Jerry has only been on here for 10 laps. Alton has been out here. He must have pit again. 10 laps. These guys who have pit don't need to pit again. Oops. We have the field coming back to green flag. Fast Car Fan takes us. Oh, and we've got Jonathan Thorne losing it. Is it going to bring out the caution? I saw that. I mentioned it in the pre-race that somebody was going to lose it coming back to the green flag, but it looks like we're going to stay green as Weija, and we've got another crash back there. And it looks like Hey Racer was involved. Do you have any information on Hey Racer here? He was involved, but he looks like he's okay. Ooh. So Hey Racer, looks like a guy, the Blue Angels car, I'm not sure who that was, had slowed up and then Hey Racer got involved in that. And yeah, let's have a look. See if we can see if anything else in here. Yeah, we had a car out on the outside there. It looks like he had a broken front wing already before the crash even happened. And it looks like we've got a bunch of cars on the live that are pitting. So we have a new leader. So Fast Car Fan has pit. He's going to come out in about P11. Thug Daddy is going to take the lead. That is our admin of the league here. He's running the Robbie Gordon livery. Is he thinking about bidding? No, I don't think so. And our ticker won't update until he crosses the start-finish line. So spoiler alert, he's taking the lead. So we're going to look at this field here. We've got Julian has moved up into P2. Demigod of Chops in P3. BR, Reich BR in P4. He was one of our cars that I do know had a big reset earlier in the race. Solar 424. Scoogans back up to P6 because he had pitted a couple cautions ago. What are we at now? 11 cautions? Well, Jay Thorne can give us talk about what happened out there if he's talking to us in chat. I hope he's not watching the race while he's driving. I had mentioned last week we did not want to recommend any drivers watching the race while they're driving. That just does not work out very well. So if we keep the camera here on Jonathan Thorne, oh, I just heard somebody hit something. I don't know what that was. Somebody hit something. There's Red Oblivion there. I think that Red Oblivion might have lost it on the apron, and he'll get a free front wing here. Unfortunately, not too much to say otherwise. I mean, we do have, so the interesting strategy here is that Thug Daddy here is on a 95 lap stint. He's in P1 now. Altina is on an 18 lap stint. As Thug Daddy's going to bring back to green here. He's going to have really old tires, although like half of that has been on under caution. As we head back to green, and it looks like Altina is going to try to look inside. We got some smoke back there, tire smoke. It looks like Thug Daddy's doing okay with these old tires, so like we've said, because of all these caution laps, these tires are completely fine. But he will probably need fuel at some point. I don't think you can take 165 caution laps and still make it to the end of the race, but that's just a guess. We'll have to see. Fast car fans, I don't know where he restarted from, but he's going to be looking inside on BR here as we have another caution. Let's see here, I'm trying to figure out. Looks like Hey Racer is out of the race here. I'll see if I can try to figure out, was he involved in that last? I think it was. Yep, there it is. So, looks like he gets involved. Car on the outside. Looks like he had a broken front wing to begin with. And then he's gonna go flying. And that is night over for him as he disappears into the Oblivion and then jumps back out of the Oblivion and heads to the pit lane. As we complete the century mark, 100 laps, 101 laps in fact. Yeah, it is. I imagine. Jay Thorne there, I would assume, though, if this went green long enough, the front would be scary as well as it got to that lap traffic that is the back of the field at this point. Let's hope that happens in the next 60 laps here. We can be hopeful, I suppose. We'll see. I haven't been checking the Discord to see if anybody's around. I don't see anybody waiting in the booth. If somebody happens to show up there, then I could talk to them, but that's where we're at. one thing I'm going to do here is figure out where the next race is going to be. I actually don't recall. So the next race, it tells me, it's going to be Road America, so we're going to have a road course next week. 30 laps. So we won't have any cautions there. If you guys want to see a race with no cautions, tune in next week for Road America. You're going to see a whole bunch of different drivers show up to that race and be really competitive, I suspect. As the pace track heads around, we're gonna have a green flag here. Looks like we were a little bit delayed on that, so I can see Solar looking inside on Altena. We'll see if he can make that stick. As we have caution flag come back right back out. So we've got somebody in the booth here. Let me get this sorted out here one moment. Thug Daddy's leading the race here. Make sure to turn off your stream if you're being interviewed in the booth. So we've got somebody in the booth here. Let me. Hey, how's it going there? Is that Herman? Hey, Racer?
Yes, it is.
So, a lot of chaos out there tonight. Tell me what it looked like on your end of things.
Yeah, I just got unlucky a couple times. It's chaos with the wrecks, but the front's saving tires, and it should be a good finish.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some, green flag running going here. Thug Daddy's out here. Chris is out on 107 lap old tires. Not that that matters because they've been mostly under caution. I don't know if he can make it on fuel though. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so they just made a stop, and by the numbers, they should make it on fuel.
Okay.
But it's the tires that it's going to be interesting to watch it play out.
Yeah, so Chris is at the front, and he's on a 108 lap stint, so he has not pit. Whereas everybody else has pit at some point or another, because we're on lap 108, so he has not pit. So with that said, though, he wasn't, the P2 car, Julian Altena, was not able to get around him at that restart. I was a little bit surprised by that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get some green flag running going.
Yeah, that's great tire saving by P1.
Yeah, I thought that he had a. I could have bad data. Who knows? If you never know what my overlay is telling me.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming up in the booth. Have you got any sponsors you want to shout out to? Anybody you want to say hi to out there?
My soccer team's all in the chat, so I want to say hi to them, and then my racing buddy, Fast Car Fan. I wish him the best, and hopefully he'll race to the front.
Yeah, he's led quite a bit of this. Skugan led a bit, but then one of our best passes of the race so far was Fast Car Fan getting around him. So.
Yep. All right. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you have a good one. All right. That was Hey Racer Herman in the booth up here. A lot of fans out there from the soccer team. And we'll see if Fast Car Fan can get around, get some green flag running here, get around and get back up into that top 3. He is our championship points leader after one race. I do think there is a chance here, I'm not 100% sure, that we're going to go up against time in this race. I have a ticker, a countdown timer on my overlay here that tells me that we've only had 15 minutes of racing left. I'm going to try to verify this information. Our 15 minutes of caution flag left. As we go back to green, we've got Solar 424. We got 3 wide battle into turn 1. As, wow, Altena holds the inside line. I'm crazy here. He's got the inside line. It looks like Solar 424 has taken the lead, though. A crazy restart. They left Thug Daddy there behind. He was started P1. And we've got another yellow flag. So there was a great start there by Solar 424. I'm gonna do a replay of that because what else would there be to watch under this caution than this? So let's have a look at this restart. He in P1, Julian Altena in P2. Altena in the middle. We've got Solar 424 on the outside. They go 3 wide into turn 1. And then Thug Daddy dropped back, and Solar 424 is on the outside. Altena comes back on the inside, and then the caution comes out with Solar 424 back in the lead here. Wow, that was a pretty amazing restart. If we could get the whole race that clean, how that was there, that would be amazing. So we'll be back to the caution flags. I think that finally that got our money's worth right there. If you liked that racing action, hit the like button. Buy some of those barbecue smokehouse almonds as well. Jim really likes them. He can vouch for them. I'm not sure if Jim's still around out there though. Is everybody still awake out there? Your eyes are getting a little heavy. If my information, so I'm going to verify this, that... What have we got here? So... Our races here are whatever the time is and 115 minutes. So... we might be coming up... this will be a little odd. Let's see if can I change this? There we go. So my information is bad. We've been doing this for an hour and 15. Let me look here. So I'm not... okay, I had that incorrect. It's an hour and 55 minutes. I read that wrong. It says that next week's race is an hour and 5 minutes. Sorry, 115 minutes. Next week's 105 for some reason. The Indianapolis race could be up to 3 hours. I see, okay. I'll tune in for that one. But yeah, we have a clock. We'll see what we go up against here. So it's whatever 165, if that happens first, or 1 hour 55 happens first. That'll be the end of the race. Luckily my overlay was prepared for all of that possibility. Sometimes I had tested out with some of these timed races. I think we're going to be going back to green here momentarily. Pace car lights are off, so let's see if we can get a epic restart like we had last time. I think Altena here is going to be looking to take advantage of this restart. You got a little bit sleeping there. to let Solar get him on the outside as we head back to green. Looked a little careful on that restart. As Solar 424 leads, Julian Alton on P2, Demigod of Chops, one of our podium finishers last week in P3. Scoogans up to P4, one of our early leaders. Wayand, who's kind of been around P5, that position is in P5. Fast Car fans going on the outside here. Let's have a look at that of Wayand. Wayand comes back on the inside. Fast Car fan, actually that's Scoogan. I apologize. As Fast Car fan takes the inside lane, goes 3 wide on the front straightaway, and those two cars, hearing that's car, you're 3 wide in the middle, Fast Car fan goes into P4. Fast Car fan is on the move. Fast Car. Oh, and we've got BR has spun it around and brought the caution out. I think that will probably be the end of his race because I'm pretty sure he had a couple other resets. We'll have a look at that. He's got a little low on that, almost hitting the apron. But as he came around here, he had got loose coming off of turn 2. Let's see if we can have a look at Fast Car Fan, one of our popular drivers out here, because there was a pretty good race going on here. I'm just going to rewind it. Check out this move. Gonna go in car here. Check out this move by Fast Car Fan here. He's got 2 guys in front. I'm going to go 3 wide on the inside, and I'm going to move in, go from P6 to P4 in a straightaway. So that's how you do it right there. I think this is becoming a little bit of an endurance race as well. I don't think Jim's done his endurance race yet because I haven't done my endurance race yet. I think we're going to run up against the laps here, and it's not going to take us to an hour and 55 minutes. Yeah, it was pretty good moving by Fast Car Fan there on that restart. So we've got, looks like the fast drivers have kind of cycled back up to the front here because our early leader, Scoogan, is up in P6, Fast Car Fan obviously in P4. Wejva was up in the top 5 earlier, but he's dropped back to P8. LRGP, I'm surprised he's in P9 because he brought out a caution earlier and luckily he got back. I'm gonna change us back to laps because I think we're gonna make it to laps. Yeah, I need to do some testing on our endurance race as well. I've got so much else going on, but I'm going to put some laps in that BMW and at Road America here. With we're gonna be racing with Jim. LMC gear. Yeah, I don't know anything about that car, so we'll see what happens. So, looking at our lead, we've got Solar 424, Julian Altina in P2, Demigod of Chops in P3, Fast Car Fan in P4, Brett Wayand in P5, and Skugan back here in P6. So I think we're going back to green right here. Pace truck dives in. Green flag. Comes out. Looks like P2 and Julian Altina's got... Whoa, we've got... We might have had a little bit of contact there between P2 and P1. We will have to have a look here. Well, let's go in car. I suspect that race control might have something to say about this one, but we'll see if that's what happened. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It was really tight on... Oh, so he helped him around, but we'll have to see what race control calls on that. Whether Julian there was on the inside and Solar 424 came down on him. There might be some talk between the two, and spotters might also be yelling at one another too, because if the spotter said car inside and he came low, or he didn't say car inside and he came low, he certainly might have wanted to say that. But we've got some tight racing here. So one of our leaders, so our Thug Daddy here, he's back. He did finally pit, and he's in P18 now. Our faithful administrator that has to... So our... one of our fans here says that he thinks that Julian held his lines, so that's one thought about it. I see that Skugan, obviously, all the cars in the top 10 or whatever it was, moved up. Let's see, did Solar 424 get a fresh car, or is he out of the race? Let me see. Okay. He is back in. He's back in P20. Did he lose a lap? I'm not seeing that he lost a lap. So we'll see what he can do in the next 35 laps. See what the timer is looking like. We've got 30 laps, or 35 laps, or a half hour. Whichever these drivers decide to do for us is what we're going to be doing. Hey, I really appreciate all you guys being out here tonight, staying tuned to this particular race. I understand it probably hasn't been easy for everybody, and it was a little difficult to keep track of at the start of the race. And we've got Julian driving and talking from P1. I wouldn't recommend doing that there, Julian. I was talking to, who was it that we talked to earlier? Jonathan was also watching the stream and driving under caution. I recommend staying focused while you're out there. And if you stay in the top 3, we'll be able to interview you and what your thoughts about that particular incident was there. We've got Fast Car Fans moved up to P3. Demigod of Chops in P2. So both those guys, Demigod of Chops, Fast Car Fan, were in the podium last week as we head back to green flag. Julian guards the inside line as Fast Car Fan tries to go low on Demigod of Chops. Fast Car Fan looks to be on the move. Demigod of Chops comes back. Fast Car Fan looks like he's is in P2 on this lap, and he's got around Demigod of Chops. It looks like we're gonna turn into a good race here. As Julian gaps a little bit, about a half second here. That's not much here, but at a track that only takes 15 and a half, 16 seconds to get around. It does appear to me that Julian actually does have the fastest lap of the race. Actually, mistaken. Fast Car Fan has it. But his last lap was actually, Julian's last lap was his fastest lap of the race. Yeah, battle for the lead. Looks like Monty here is on the outside. Evan Dessa, a guy we haven't talked about very much, on the inside of Monty Gosham. And we see Solar 424 also trying to make some moves behind. As we've made it a few laps. As Julian here has already gotten into traffic. He's got a couple drivers ahead of him. Hopefully they steer clear and let him by. There was some discussion in the drivers' meeting of what the drivers will do. Some drivers were more comfortable staying low. Some drivers were comfortable staying high. As, oh boy, looks like Fast Car Fan just took the lead. Julian wasn't sure what he could do with the lap cars there. As we had one car on the inside and one car on the outside. As Fast Car Fan takes the lead, we got 25 laps to go. Unfortunately, that wasn't the lead lap change that we wanted to see, as it looks like Thug Daddy was driving on the apron there. So Julian dropped back because of the lap traffic all the way back to P4. We'll see if he can come back here. We've got Flash Jordan looking on the inside of Skugan. Let me have a look at where... Yeah, he's up to P14, Evan Dessa is. Looks like we've got another car on the apron, and another car, and the caution has come out. That looked to be Monty Gosham, but it could have been somebody else. Let's have a look here. Was that him? There might have been another car. Yeah, it was not him. It was the 71 of Fear the Putty. He looked like he saved it, though, so he had got loose. Let's have a look at this. We head into 20 laps to go. He just gets a little bit loose on the exit of turn 2. He saves it by slamming on the brakes, coming to a stop. And just stays there as we have another car in the background just staying. He looked like he was smart and just didn't gas it and spin it around as Mouse for Life came up to him. Well, we're going to get another interesting restart. Nobody's going to be holding back here on this restart with only 20 laps to go. Brett Wayand moved into P3 there as Julian lost the lead. By the time this race ends, I think it's probably going to be 6 a.m. over there in the Netherlands for Julian. Certainly nobody's going to be stopping for fresh tires at this point. We might have some cars in the very back. Another storyline we were talking about is Crizzle Colts is in the pits. He's in P18, and he's going to donate $5 for every position he gained, and that back position would have been P30. And I don't believe he led a lap or anything like that, so we'll see what he can do. But that's going to be a good payday there for the Riley Children's Hospital when Crizzle Colts, if he holds that position, P18, or even gets more positions as this race comes down to the end. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Alex back here in P14 behind Cincy Gator, U.S. Air Force car. See how he can move up. One of our top 5 cars early on in the race got shuffled back a bit. He's on fresher tires than most of the cars ahead of him, but again, the big thing at this track is going to be all of that dirty, turbulent air of the cars in front of you. Might be more important than fresh tires, so. As Julian Alton says that he hates lapped cars as he dropped back from the lead back from P1 to P4. That's the way it goes. I think that was the first time that we had encountered lapped cars all night, because we had gone caution every time other than that. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. As Fast Car Fan brings him back to the green flag. He's got Demigod of Chops on the MP2. Brett Wyant. I think Julian might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder after that particular restart and catching up to that lap traffic. He looks like he's got Scoogin is looking on the inside though, as Flash Jordan is behind Scoogin. Yeah, it looks like now that Julian's back into P4, you can't really, with that turbulent air, it's difficult to catch up to the guy in front of you. But he sets his sights on Brett Wayand up here in the Napa car. See if he can get back up into that podium position in P3. As the caution comes out once again. Our pace truck probably has led the most laps out here tonight. As we had a car I think I saw in the pit lane. Don't know who that was. Looks like Monty Gosham. This is going to be about done for this race. How is Crizzle Colts has moved up a couple of positions. Good for the Riley Children's Hospital. He's up to P16. As we count down, we're about 10 laps to go. Not much more time. Let's see. We had the timed race. We're going to certainly finish it before the time limit comes up. So pace car has led 87 laps, is that what we're saying? See McMullen back there in the pits. I can't mistake this particular car for anything else. It's like a tie-dye camouflage. As I see, Solar 424 is also heading into the pits. Let a few laps in there before our unfortunate incident took him out of the lead. See, are we heading back? I think we're pace cars heading or staying out another lap at least. There will be, since we're gonna have 10 laps to go, there will be a shuffling. The lapped cars, if there were any between anybody, they will be shuffled back to the rear, if they're following normal IndyCar rules anyway. I think I just heard somebody crash into something. Pace car's still out there. So I've actually got some information about the I ratings of these drivers. Demigod of Chops is up there. He's got a 3200 I rating. One of the, I think he's the highest in the field, in fact. So he's an experienced oval driver. Fast Car Fan isn't too shabby either. Brett Wayand also pretty high up there. Wajvab, however we say this guy's name, he's also up there with a 3000 I rating. So experienced oval drivers near the front of the field here. As it looks like the lights are out on the pace car, and we're gonna hopefully be heading towards our final restart of the race. Let's get the final 6 or so laps. Green flag running. Fast Car Fan takes us to the... It looks like Demigod of Chops is looking on the outside. See if that can work out for him. Fast Car Fan defends low on the inside, and they're already heading into turn 3 and 4. As Fast Car Fan gaps slightly and brings us down to 6 laps to go. See if we can get green flag running for the final 6 laps. Got a tight battle here at the lead. Julian Altna is trying to move up into P3. He's going to be looking at... And there is a caution flag. That might end the race for us here. It looks like Fear the Putty might have been involved with that one. No? Avendessa was involved with that one, apparently. So let's have a look at that. Alex, experienced driver, 2800 I rating. Looks like driver got him into the rear and sent him spinning. I'm not sure Avendessa's at fault for that one, but we'll have to see what the race control says on their calling. Well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure that this is going to end the race under yellow flag, but they do have fast pit stops now, or fast pace laps now. So we can see in the infield, the ambulance has got its lights on. And coming up after the checkered flag will be podium interview. So next week's race will be from Road America. Be 30 laps from there. We won't have any cautions. So tune in next week for no cautions. 30 laps at Road America. That's a pretty long race. It's a 4-mile track, so I think most of our races, other than Indianapolis, are going to be about 125 laps. Tonight was 125 laps, so that's about 125 laps, 125 miles, pardon, at Road America next week. I know that Julian Altman will be pretty strong there. Evan Dessa will be pretty strong there. We'll have to see how everybody else is there. The Tin Man speaks up. Were you spotting tonight, Tin Man? Because I know you said you were a spotter. Or like your name was a spotter. So it looks like Fast Car Fan's gonna repeat win here after the Michigan Superspeedway. Okay, great. So your Tin Man was spotting for Fear the Putty out there tonight for the Spratty or Sprattle. Sorry, on the YouTube I can't tell that if that's an I or so Spratty Motorsport Team. Yeah, thanks for watching out there, Mike. I wish it could have been a little bit more exciting out there for you. Hey, it looks like we've got a green-white checker. I forgot that this league did this, so we're going to go 167 laps. We're going to get one final Spratty. Okay, sorry, Spratty Motorsports there for the Tin Man, Fear the Putty. So we've, unlike the Indy cars, we're going to have a green-white checker in this league. Let's hope we can make that full green flag, green white checker, and there's not more crazy shenanigans out there.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, I was behind something. We've got our green flag, Fast Car Fan. This is pretty chaotic at the front. We're gonna have our 2 laps here. Demigod of Chops is gonna put the pressure on Fast Car Fan. These top 5 guys, all within a very close margin here. Fast Car Fan looks like he's going full speed. We're in the white flag. And it looks like Fast Car Fan is going to take his checker flag for his second win, 2 wins in a row for the r/IndyCar iRacing League. As we've got some fireworks in the track here. Let's see if we can... Can't see them, unfortunately, but you can hear them. As we've got Fast Car Fan, as he did last week. He's gonna do some donuts here as other cars dodge out of the way from him. Heck of a race by him to be able to come back from all of that. Demigod of Chops in P2, Brett Wayand wasn't here last week, new driver to the series in P3, and Julian Altna finishing in P4. He finished 4th last week. Scoogin in P5. Odell Flash Jordan. It looks like Fast Car Fan's gonna just head it right to the pits here. Parked right behind the pace truck. So I was going through the top 10 finishers. Flash Jordan in P6. Cosgrove, Upland Bird Hunter, another top 7. Top 10 and with the 7th. K-Racer. I don't recall where K-Racer finished last week, but you can't be disappointed after this race that you're finishing in P8. Watson, LRG P39 and P9. And Mouse for Life and P10. That's our top 10. And congratulations to Fast Car Fan and Demigod of Chops, Brett Wayand, our podium finishers. So we'll be right back, and I'll get everybody ready in the broadcast booth here. It should be a short, pretty much ready, but I just got to change a couple things. All right, and we're back, and it doesn't look like we have Brett Wayand in the broadcast. However, we do have Demigod of Chops, so I'm going to bring him up here real quick. Hey, Chops, how you doing? You're up here in the booth.
I don't know how I'm doing.
Congratulations on P2.
Out of all the races I did, that sure was.
Yeah, that was. Tell me about what your thoughts are about it, that whole race. I mean, you finished P2, so you can't be too disappointed there.
No, I'm happy. I'm just happy I survived. I kept both my fast repairs. I wish I had fresher tires. I know that fast car had fresher tires, so I couldn't fight them there. But.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like how much those. You didn't want to pit to get new tires, I don't think, because you'd have been cycled to the back and been in that whole chaos and everything like that. So I don't know if that had been a good decision, but I
think it would have been a bad decision with how many wrecks there were. It was just a minefield in the midfield on back. It was just, but we got through it. I think we learned a lot about ourselves and each other in that.
Maybe you'll have some. You guys will talk about how you're going to do if you're going to do another one of these short ovals. I don't know. You might have Gateway or Iowa later in the season.
Yeah, we got Gateway. So
hey, so did you finish P3 last week or was it P2?
I did. Yeah,
okay.
P3.
Yeah, so
P2. So next week I'm gonna get P1.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, so Road America's next week, I believe. If I read that correctly. How are you thinking about that? Like, are you a road course guy?
Yeah, I'm a road guy. I'm not too good at road, but setups are hard. So let's just call it setups. But I'm feeling good about Road America.
They should have the Majors garage setup, I believe, like you guys had tonight. But that should be the setup for next week. Hey, do you have anybody you want to thank out there? Any sponsors?
Again, I'm self-sponsored by my own company, Sunset Arctic Games. I developed a game called Voltic Pistol. It is a 2D platformer shooter. It is available on the Steam store. It mean a lot to me if you guys were to go check it out. I want to give a quick shout out to our karting group, the Pavement Princesses. Jacob, he finished P6 or 7. He's a good guy. Shout out to Chuck and Alyssa. I know she's watching. I hope you guys found some enjoyment.
I think, actually, at some point in time, we had more viewers than we had last week, so I think things were pretty good.
Really?
People were having fun in chat anyway. And hey, I did check out your game there on Steam last week, and I'll do a retweet. And hey, if you have a like trailer or something that could be made into a commercial, maybe we could play one of those during one of these caution flags.
I will get that for you. I will get that for you right away.
Yeah. So obviously we won't be able to do it next week at Road America, but at Indianapolis, I think is probably the following week. We'll probably have a caution in there somewhere, or not, you know. But,
oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on P2.
Thank you so much.
Hard fought. You have a good week.
All right. You too, Matt.
Thanks. Hey, Caleb, you got me? Fast car fan?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, congratulations on P1. That was a bit of a struggle out there, I'm sure. What are your thoughts?
No, kind of a frustrating race, to be completely honest. But yeah, it was tough racing around guys because you didn't know how they were handling and stuff. So, but thankfully, I was slowly but surely in between the cautions, able to work my way back up after pitting. So.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it was set up, or do you think it was, the guys just needed more practice time, or was it track conditions, or, was it 30 cars on the track? Is that...
That didn't help, but I think it was the way people were attacking the corners. They were attacking them way too hard and then just trying to carry too much speed on exit. It just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I know me and some of the other guys up front were backing off early, and which saves tires, and it was fast. So I mean, I think it was just a little more practice needed, and understanding how the car felt.
When you took the lead, so Julian I think was leading, and you guys caught traffic. Mm-hmm. And how did that go for you? What were you looked like you went on the inside and got that?
Yeah, so I was originally mad because I got cut off there, but kind of just got boxed in by two lap cars just kind of hanging side by side at a bad time. So
yeah, it looks like one was on the inside and one was on the outside, and we'll talk to Julian here in a moment, and we'll see what his thoughts are on it. But
they both were trying to stay out of the way. It's just they happened to just be side by side, which kind of blocks the whole track in a short oval.
Yeah.
So I mean, thankfully, it came out on the right end of it. It's hard to pass on the green, so.
At least nobody spun in front of you there at that moment, and we can be thankful for that.
Thankful for the entire race, for sure.
Yes. Well, congratulations on P1. Do you have anybody out there? I think you do, actually, have some fans to thank. They were in chat today. Were you, was it Herman Hayracer?
Yep, both from Stove. So joining all these races together and stuff. Got a lot of family and friends watching, so mutual family and friends. So
very good.
Yeah, well, thank you to all you guys for watching, and hope to keep up this streak of wins. So
yeah, congratulations on P2 or 2 in a row.
Yes.
And we'll see if how are you thinking about Road America though? Is that a track that you're good at, or is that going to be a struggle?
No, I feel pretty good there. I'm actually excited to get to a road course after 2 ovals. I mean, they're definitely fun tracks, but road courses are typically more tame and more spread out, but yeah, it's fun racing too. So
we won't have any cautions there next week. I do think that fuel strategy could be a issue there, so keep an eye on that.
Yep, definitely have to prepare for that. So
those are some long laps. You don't want to run out of fuel in the middle of a 4-mile lap.
Exactly. So. No way you're making it back.
Yes, not without that tow.
Nope.
Well, congratulations, man, on 2 in a row, and we'll see you next week at Road America.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Hey, Julian, we got you in the booth, and your P4, 2 P4s in a row. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
You made it through. What time is it here, there in the Netherlands?
Well, right there for you, it's 11 p.m., I think.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m. for me.
It's 5 a.m. for me.
So, you were able to stay awake for that entire race. It might have been a little bit tough. Yeah, it was a difficult one. What are your thoughts when you took the lead? There was a little bit of contact there. Did you feel like Solar, you had the inside line? Did the spotter call car on the outside there? Or how did that, tell me the story of that.
Well, I'm just gonna start with the entire race. Like really early on in the race, I made a strategy call to pit on like lap 60 or 70. I don't know what it was. That would get me to the end because I knew there was gonna be a lot of yellow. So I just made that strategy call to get me up front at the end and get the track position there. But then at that restart, it's a restart, so people are gonna try things, including myself, and I was focusing on the car ahead, so I didn't really listen to the spotter, to be honest, because that corner is so fast and it's a restart anyway. So
yeah, things happen really quick.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
So your first thing to focus on is the opponent that you're racing and not the spotter. So I wasn't really listening, so I didn't hear it. But I feel that I was alongside enough to get space. And even if I wasn't, you don't cut down from the outside to the inside of the car, even right behind you. That's just not cool in general. So I mean, I think he came off worse. I got some slight damage, but he took himself out of the race pretty much. So.
So then there was later on when you were leading and you caught lap traffic, which was about the first time the whole race that you had caught, like the leaders had caught lap traffic, and then you had cycled back at that point. Tell me about that. You had 2 lap cars ahead of you. How did you feel about that?
I was absolutely pissed at that point.
Well, keeping it clean, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I was going nuts over the voice chat. Like I said some words which I shouldn't have said. It wasn't very nice, so I apologized a little bit later as well because I calmed down under the caution because we had enough time for that. But it happens. He apologized. He felt he slowed down a little bit too much, and that's what I felt initially as well. I have to check the replay to see how it actually went because that's something that I always like to do. But yeah, it happens. It's just really annoying and unfortunate that it happened. But long season ahead.
P4, you have 2 P4s in a row. I think you're going to move into 3rd place in the standings, but I don't have that information. So I still think that's a good run for you, considering you could have got caught up in somebody else's mess here today. And next week we're heading to Road America. So what are your thoughts on that?
If there aren't any aliens in here, like in other leagues, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yep.
I don't know if I can mention it on the stream here, but I won't, just in case. But if there aren't any aliens, then I think I should be strong there. Get a podium maybe if I keep it clean. The road courses have been a weakness of mine recently, even though that should be on paper my strongest. I keep spinning out on them.
Well,
so yeah.
That happens. So do you have anybody you want to thank or any sponsors out there?
You!
Me?
Hat Mooston! Yes, Team Racers.
Well, thank you very much.
Best team in the league.
Yeah, best. Well, actually, somebody was saying I don't think we're counting any team scoring in this league, but I do think there's a couple teams out there. Because somebody was Tin Man was spotting for somebody. I don't recall off the top of my head. He was spotting for somebody out there. So he had a real spotter, whoever that was. Unlike you, who had the computer spotter. So
yeah.
Well, P4 is pretty good. Like I said, you'll probably move into the P3 in points. So that's a pretty good night.
Yeah, just collecting the points is my goal this season. If there aren't any team standings, by the way, we surely should win the Sexiest Paint Award made by you.
By the original paint. Actually, that was not made by me, but it was purchased by me. So yeah, I agree totally.
Oh, you didn't even make it yourself, man. That's so bad.
I don't have time and patience to do such a thing. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream here. We had a lot of viewers tonight, so I want to thank them. And we put on a good show for a couple spots in there. You guys went 3 wide for that particular battle, so we got to watch that replay during one of the cautions. So
that was pretty cool, yeah.
Yep. Nobody crashed, so on that one. All right, have a good one, Julian. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you, man.
See ya. All right, well, I appreciate everybody watching the race tonight, as we had like a personal discussion there with Joe Julian. We did not have Brett Wyand was not in the broadcast, so maybe next week, if he happens to finish on the podium, we can get to talk to him. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe to this thing. Hit me up on all the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Raceverse. And let's get this thing tweeted out there to everybody. And next week we're at Road America. I think the following week is probably Indianapolis. Yes, it is. And that'll be 120 laps at Indianapolis too. So 4-lap qualifying. We'll see how the administrators handle that. So I appreciate everybody watching out there, and I hope you all have a good, safe week. And take care of yourselves out there. Thanks everybody watching.